Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back in another YouTube video, and this time we're going to be playing some Top Ladder with PEKKA Bridge Spam Fisherman, and I have the Minions and Dark Prince in the deck because my Magic Archer and Royal Ghost are not maxed, so you can sub in the Minions and the Dark Prince, and it's just as good as of a deck in my opinion, and some of the top players are actually using this exact variant right here. But if you do have a maxed Magic Archer, you could use it instead of the Minions, and to try that out, same with the Dark Prince, Ghost instead of the Dark Prince, but I think both variants work out really well. They both work really well in my opinion. And the Fisherman, as you guys know, it's absolutely broken. I mean, now that it's 3 Elixir, it's just probably the best card in the game right now, to be honest. And I've seen this PEKKA deck used, or the other variant of this PEKKA deck used a couple times in CRL already. If you guys have saw it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a really solid deck right now all around in this meta. And I pushed up a little bit since last video, and let's try to get 6,500 in this video. That'll be the goal. And let's go into our first game, and I'll give you guys the basics of how to use the deck. So, we're playing Dat Stank. Alright, so we can go ahead and play a Zap to cycle if he doesn't do anything. Alright, he goes in with a Goblin Giant, so I'm going to play a Battle Ram at the bridge other lane. So Goblin Giant typically means Sparky, but it could be something else. Unfortunately for us, we don't even have our PEKKA in rotation. So we're going to have to go in with an Ewiz and then Minions. Not really the best counters to the Goblin Giant, but we didn't really have a choice with not having our PEKKA in rotation. But I still think we defended that really nicely. We got some damage in the left lane. And yeah, guys, I'm a little sick, so if I'm not, or if I'm like sniffling a little bit, that's why I'm feeling a little sick. Just a sore throat and kind of a little bit of stuffy nose, but not too sick yet. Like, I haven't hit the worst stage of the cold or whatever yet, which is good, but I can tell I'm definitely getting sick. Alright, so hopefully that Battle Ram can get some damage. It's not going to connect, but one of the Barbarians will get some hits in. I'm actually going to go with the Dark Prince here, and then we need to go in with an Ewiz. I'm assuming he's going to play, yeah, Goblin Giant. So let's go in with an Ewiz, and then I'm going to Fisherman on that Valkyrie, because I think it'll actually, if you guys didn't know, you can play a Fisherman on the Valkyrie, pull it to the King Tower, and it will activate your King. But make sure the Valkyrie has at least like 2/3 of its health, otherwise it'll die. I'm going to go in with the Battle Ram other lane. This might be a little bit of a mistake since he does have bats, but at least it'll connect at the very least since he didn't have the Elixir to play them. And he's actually going to let the tower go. So this is looking like a pretty easy win for our first game. Honestly, I think we do have a pretty good matchup since we have PEKKA, and we also have Ewiz to reset his Sparky. So yeah, pretty easy matchup. He may have even given up. No, he goes in with a Sparky. But yeah, as I said, we just have the Ewiz, we have the Zap, we have the PEKKA first Goblin Giant. Just a really good matchup for us. He's going to go in with a Goblin Giant other lane, so I'm going to Ewiz on that, and then Fisherman it to pull it away from our tower, so then that way it doesn't get like a ton of damage on it. And then Dark Prince on top of his Barbarians. We just kind of honestly have all the answers for him. The Sparky is the only thing that could get a lot of value, because even though we do have Ewiz and Zap, on his side of the map we can't really kill it, but when he has it on our side of the map, we can counter it really easily. I'm going to go in with a PEKKA here on top of his Goblin Giant. Ewiz on top of his bats. And yeah, I think this should be a good game, guys. Very interesting. He has the Earthquake as well, so definitely kind of off meta, in my opinion, the deck he has. Because Goblin Giant Sparky doesn't usually have the Earthquake in it. It usually has a Fireball or Lightning instead. And it also doesn't usually have the Valkyrie or Barbarians in it, so kind of an off meta Sparky deck. But yeah, like I said, pretty easy matchup for us anyways. And let's go ahead and go into our next game. Keep it going. Let's check where we're at. And we're actually almost top 1,000 right now, so working our way up. Alright. We start off with a Fisherman and Zap, so those are probably our best things to cycle. But honestly, I don't think it's good to play Fisherman first play the game. But here I'm going to do it because he went in with an Ice Spirit. And okay, so he has Expo, so this is a little, this could be a little unfortunate for us because Expo can be difficult to beat with PEKKA, because they can outcycle you very easily, especially in single elixir. It's really tough. And then if they're using the Tesla, which I assume he has, it just gets really good value against you. So Expo is for sure one of the tougher matchups with P.E.K.K.A. But what's good is you can tie the matchup if you play it really well, and you could potentially win if they make some mistakes. But he's also using a slightly different variant. Like, he has the Musketeer instead of the Archers, which is a little interesting. So if they go in with an Expo, you want to play your Battle Ram here to kite it. Or not to kite it, but to distract it. And then I'm going to go in with a Dark Prince here. And then I'm going to go in with an Ewiz. We really need to try to get this Expo taken care of. He's going to go in with a Log. I'm going to zap. Hopefully that Ewiz can get one more hit on the Expo. It does. That's actually really clutch, but we might be... I'm not sure if he's back to another Expo yet. He might need to play one more card, but he's almost back to another Expo. Oh, wow. So, yeah, it looks like he is actually back to an Expo. I'm going to go in with Minions here and then the Fisherman just to try our best to take care of it. Actually, guys, he didn't even have the Elixir to counter the Fisherman or the Minions. And look at that, guys. He played the Skeletons late. So even though he got all that damage with the Expo, we're almost going to get that same amount with our Minions on the tower. So that wasn't actually that bad. I think he played that Expo as soon as he hit 6 Elixir. So he just had no Elixir to support it. I'm going to go in with a P.E.K.K.A. in the back. And then I might poison his Musketeer. Let's go in with a Battle Ram here to kite that Expo. Poison the Musketeer. And then Ewiz because we want to reset that Expo. And he's just going in for a defensive Tesla. Let's go with Minions on top of the Musketeer. And then I'm going to go in with a Battle Ram to apply pressure. Zap the Expo to make sure it didn't get like any damage at all on our tower. So that Battle Ram's going to apply a lot of pressure for sure. Oh yeah, that was actually really good because it forced a Ice Golem out of him. Oh wow, he decided to play an Expo this lane. I wasn't really expecting that. And if he goes in with a Tesla, I'm going to poison everything. Okay, let's go in with a Battle Ram. And then I might play Minions as well. P.E.K.K.A. zapped or set the Expo, but yeah, guys, I think that's going to be a good game. He can just Fireball now and finish the game off. So yeah, that's for sure a good game. I'll still leave this in the video because I felt like I played it pretty well. It's just a really, really tough matchup. As I said, it's probably one of the worst for P.E.K.K.A. to be honest. But if you have, like, let's say you have the Bandit instead of the Fisherman, which is the regular P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam deck, it does a little better against Expo, but when you have the Fisherman, it does a little worse. I probably could have maybe done some predictions on his Expos and stuff, and maybe use the Fisherman against it a little more, but as I said, pretty difficult. Just because their Tesla gets so much value, and it's almost impossible to break through unless they, like, overcommit or something. I'm going to go in with a Dark Prince here on his Fire Spirits. So Fire Spirits aren't used too much, so I don't actually know what this is. He has the Ewiz. I was going to say it might be an Expo deck with Fire Spirits, but it looks like it's something a little different. So let's Fisherman here to counter his Ewiz, and I'm actually going to Battle Ram just because we don't want to leak Elixir because we were at 10. And then that way the Fisherman can pull stuff away from the Battle Ram, and it forced a Fireball out of him, so I guess that was fine. I'm going to zap his tower. He goes with a Log. So, yeah, I actually have no clue what this is. This is something a little off meta. Because he has the Ewiz and he has the Archers. It almost makes me think it's an Expo deck, but I've never seen a Ewiz Expo deck before, so... Oh, wow, so the Goblin Hut? Okay, guys, I'm really confused. I have no clue what this is. I don't know if he has any more spawners than the Goblin Hut. Yeah, very interesting. So, Goblin Hut, Ewiz, Knight. I wonder, does he have, like, Miner? Maybe he's using, like, a Miner control deck? Yeah, I'm not too sure. We'll just kind of have to wait, play it out, and see what it is. So I'm going to Dark Prince here. Probably not that good of a Dark Prince, to be honest, because our tower wasn't hitting the Knight. And so it's an RG deck. So RG, Goblin Hut, Ewiz, Knight. So extremely off meta. Oh man, I wish I had my Zap in rotation. That actually would have gotten so much value against his Fire Spirits. I'm going to do something a little interesting here. I'm going to peck up the bridge. He doesn't have his Fireball in rotation. I'm just going to try to spam him here since he used his... Ooh, unfortunately, yeah, we couldn't hit the Archers and the Goblin Hut without activating King, so we're not going to do that for sure. And if he goes in with his RG, we can pull it away with the Fisherman. Fisherman's a really good counter to the RG. I'm going to go with a Battle Ram other lane, and then I'm going to play minions just to try to apply some pressure. He's going to Knight. He might go in with a Fireball. Alright, I'm going to Ewiz that, and then I'm going to pull the RG away. And hopefully that counters it pretty nicely. It might end up getting like a few hits in, but it's not going to get too much. Ah, go away, timer. When are they going to make that transparent? Because I couldn't see the HP. I'm going to go in with a Fisherman here. We're kind of going in for like a desperation push, because we're down so much, and we haven't really gotten too much damage on either one of his towers. Yeah, so that's not going to do too much, unfortunately. I mean, we do get, like, a Fisherman hit and some damage on his tower, but we're still down so much, and if he gets 1 or 2 RG hits, basically we lose. I'm going to kind of go in again for a peck at the bridge, do something kind of crazy. Maybe, guys, we can Fisherman and pull away the RG. We actually pulled into the other lane. So let's go in with a Battle Ram here. He goes in with a Fireball. Pekka gets 1 more hit. Oh my gosh, guys, good game. That was actually so clutch. If you guys didn't know that, you can pull Giants, RGs, basically almost all win conditions, like Golems, RGs, Giants into the other lane. I did it there. I actually don't know why I didn't do it earlier in the game, but you have to place it pretty far away. I guess just watch that game again if you guys want to see the placement I used to do that, because it's very effective in situations like that where you have a really weak tower and you don't want the RG or the Giant to go for your weak one, because you obviously don't mind taking damage in the higher HP one. So it's very useful, guys. I really recommend practicing that or like learning that placement, because it's very useful. Alright, we're playing the Volcano here. Gives us the wow. He goes in with a Hog right off the bat. Unfortunately, guys, because I played my P.E.K.K.A late, that Hog's going to get 1 hit on our tower. If I was paying attention and I reacted a little quicker, the Hog would have ended up getting no hits. So he goes in with a Goblin Gang. I don't really know if I want to Zap, just because he might be using like bats or something else that I want to save it for. And I'm going to pressure other lane with a Battle Ram. And he goes in with an Executioner. So next time he goes in with a Hog, I'm just going to Fisherman it. Let's Ewiz first to make sure we defend this Executioner. Oh wow, guys, that was a kind of a mistake on my part that I played that Ewiz a little late. Oh wow, guys, he actually activated King with the Tornado. I'm gonna give him the well played. I mean, it's pretty easy to do, but still, like, well played on his end, you know, getting that King activation. So because he just went in with a NATO and a Zap kind of aggressively in a Hog Rider, I'm going to go in here with a P.E.K.K.A because I feel like he's probably pretty low on Elixir, and he kind of split that Goblin Gang, and one of those Goblins is going to go to completely to waste. So if we Battle Ram here, I don't think, guys, he's going to have Elixir to stop this, to be honest. And look at that, P.E.K.K.A's still alive, gets a hit on his tower, Dark Prince gets 1 more hit, Battle Ram connects, and now, guys, he doesn't have Elixir for the Barbarians. So the reason why that we were able to get all that damage was because he went in super aggressive with the Hog Rider. And then also when he NATO'd the Ewiz, that was 3 less elixir. Even though he activated King, it was a little... well, it was just kind of expensive that he went in with that, and then immediately went in with the Hog Rider, zapped our Fisherman, and that just put him so low on elixir, and he wasn't able to defend everything. So if he plays... Oh, wow, he actually went in with the Hog Rider. Oh, oops. Oh, wow, I thought I played that too far away. Oh my gosh, guys, the range of the Fisherman is so broken. That's what makes it so good. Alright, I'm going to poison this Executioner here. Even though it's not going to kill it, obviously, it's going to deal, you know, a good amount of damage to it, and it's going to get us tower chip. That's what we want the most, of course. That's why I did that, because we're trying to whittle down his tower to get it into poison zap range. So I'm going to Fisherman here, pull away that Hog Rider. I don't think it's going to get a single hit. It might because our Fisherman's level 12, but it actually doesn't get a single hit. We zapped his tower, so now, guys, all we need to do is get back to another zap when we win the game. I'm going to poison right now because I feel comfortable defending his next Hog Rider. We have a Dark Prince in rotation, we have an Ewiz in cycle, and then our next card is the Fisherman, so I feel really comfortable going in for that poison, and with 5 seconds left, there's no way a Hog can get to our tower and get like 4 hits, and there's no way he can cycle 2 rockets in that time, so that's going to be a good game. Honestly, pretty easy matchup for us, I would say, because we had the Fisherman and the P.E.K.K.A, 2 reliable counters to the Hog Rider, and also... he just went super aggressive, which is what ended up costing the game for him. So let's collect our epic token here, and we are 1 game away from 6,500. We might be able to get it right here. If we do get it right here, I'll probably play 1 more game because it has only been about 17 minutes, and we have time, of course, to play 1 more, even if we do end up hitting 6,500 right now. All right, so we're playing Hater here. Alright, so he's giving us the laugh and the good luck. Wow, he's spamming emotes right now. I'll give him the good luck, and then I might actually mute. And now he's spamming good game. Alright, I'm going to mute him. This guy's a little confusing. I don't understand, but... Let's Fisherman here, just get our King Tower activated. You know what? I'm going to go in with a Ewiz, because I didn't really want that Goblin to get damage, and that might have been a little expensive for our defense, but I don't think it's too bad because we have our King Tower activated, and even though that Ewiz was spending 4 elixir, that probably wasn't necessary. At least it prevented any, like, more damage. So he actually ended up going in with a NATO to activate King. I'm going to go in a little aggressive here because he doesn't have his Valkyrie in rotation, he doesn't have his Tornado in rotation, so I feel like maybe we could get, like a little bit of damage, but he actually defended that pretty nicely. I'm going to go in with a Battle Ram here, and then let's go ahead and Fisherman. I hope that Fisherman distracts the Executioner. Yeah, it does. If it didn't, we would have been in a pretty bad situation. I'm going to... Oh, wow, that Executioner didn't even get another hit on our tower. So, guys, if you saw that right there, we went in with a Battle Ram other lane to apply pressure because I knew when he sent in a Hog Rider, he wasn't really going to have much elixir to defend it. And look at that, guys. Even though he got some damage with the Hog Rider, we end up taking a pretty good damage lead on the right side. Both of us have our King Towers activated, so we have just a really nice lead right now. I might Poison Cycle, Zap Cycle his right tower if it comes down to that, but we do really need to watch out for like his Hog Riders and stuff. So he just went in with a Tornado, pretty strange in my opinion. And then he went in with a Earthquake. I'm gonna go in with a Battle Ram here, a Fisherman, and then a Poison, because he went in super aggressive, so I felt like that what I did there wasn't too aggressive. I'm gonna go in with minions and a Ewiz here, and hopefully that prevents all damage from the Hog Rider. This is going to be a little close, guys. I don't know if we can even Poison Cycle. Oh wow, guys, that actually is going to be a good game. Pretty well played on his end. yeah, kind of unfortunate, like, that Valkyrie and Goblins did so much damage. I didn't have much to stop them because I had to go in with the Fisherman on the Hog Rider, and I was, like, really worried about the left lane, and I didn't even think the Valkyrie or the Goblins were going to end up doing that much damage anyways, because we had our King Tower activated, but I guess the Valkyrie ended up tanking all of them somehow, and he just ended up taking our tower from only... like, that's the only... He had, like, almost no damage in the right lane at all, so that took my whole tower. That was a little surprising to me. But yeah, I guess I wasn't really paying too much attention to that side because I was really focused on, the left. So yeah, kind of a little bit, I guess, of a mistake there. But yeah, really kind of, like, close game. I thought we were going to end up being able to, yeah, get the win in the end. But yeah, it's pretty... hard to keep up with those hog decks sometimes because of the just of the fast cycle. And then there was one hog he played with an earthquake that ended up allowing the hog to get like 3 hits or something, which is, I think, what ended up putting him in a pretty good situation. It was the first time he used the earthquake. It kind of caught me off guard, and then he ended up getting so many hits in with the Hog Rider. Okay guys, this is gonna be a little weird. So he decided to going with Barbarians, Cannon Cart, Mega Minion. Yeah, kind of a crazy deck. Let's zap his archers here. So yeah, right off the gate, he decided to go in with, like, Barbarians, Mega Minion, Cannon Cart, Archers. Pretty much all of them were at the bridge too, so he's playing this really aggressively. But we were able to stop that basically completely fine without taking any damage. And now we know what he's using, pretty much. Well, not exactly, because we don't know what his win condition is, but at least now we won't be caught off guard with a cannon cart or something at the bridge. Okay, so he has a graveyard, so yeah, very strange deck. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with minions here. And then I'm going to go in with P.E.K.K.A in the back other lane. Because when you play Graveyard, you honestly want to go opposite lane as them. If he goes with the Ice Golem at the bridge, I'm going to kite it with the Fisherman to the same lane as the P.E.K.K.A. But I don't think he's going to. It's Dark Prince. Ewiz, and then I'm going to poison on offense because I assume he's going to play like Barbarians or something. No, he actually did not. He went in with the Cannon Cart. Let's go in with the Battle Ram, though. We have that dark... Oh, wow, he went in with Barbarians, so I don't know if he's going to have the Elixir to stop the Battle Ram Dark Prince push. Yeah, he does with the Snowball stop it, but we end up getting a little bit of damage. I'm going to go in with the Fisherman here to pull the Barbarian over. Let's Ewiz. Dark Prince. And he's going to get a good amount of damage here, unfortunately. Alright, I'm actually going to P.E.K.K.A in this lane because we have the Fisherman behind it, so we could probably get some good counter push. Especially if it pulls that Cannon Cart. Please? No, the Cannon Cart, Cannon Cart. Yeah, there we go. No! Oh, that didn't even work out. Because the Battle Ram connected. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna Minions on the Graveyard. I'm not even gonna poison it. Goes in with a Zap and a Snowball. It's Ewiz now. We gotta stop the remainder of that Graveyard. Let's Fisherman to try to prevent him from kiting our P.E.K.K.A. And then let's send in a Battle Ram. Try to get this thing to connect. Yeah, it's not going to connect because he went in with the Zap there. Let's go in with a Poison here on his Graveyard. Yeah, guys, I think we're going to lose this for sure. Yeah, all he needs to do is cycle back to... Yeah. Wow. Pretty unfortunate. I actually don't really know what that matchup is because I've never versed anything as crazy as a deck like that before. Well, I've never versed I mean, I've versed crazier decks than that, of course, but I mean, I've never versed a graveyard deck as crazy as that. That was for sure interesting. But I felt like he had a lot of like good ways to deal with our like bridge spam because he had the barbarians, of course, and then he also had this snowball to push stuff back. But yeah, and then also the cannon cart doesn't die to the poison. So yeah, good ways to stop us, and also we couldn't really use our poison on offense because if we did, then we wouldn't have it for the graveyard. So yeah, just kind of tough to break through, but I probably could have played it a little better. I felt like maybe at some points in the game I was a little maybe too aggressive. Maybe I should have spread out my bridge spam a little more because I was going in the same lane quite a bit, like with P.E.K.K.A, Dark Prince, Battle Ram, all same lane. And I probably could have switched it up a little bit, like maybe going with a P.E.K.K.A Dark Prince one lane and then Battle Ram the other lane to apply like double lane aggression. But yeah, pretty unfortunate, guys. We actually ended up getting quite a lot of losses. I'm not even sure I'll be able to hit 6,500, but I still think pretty good games overall. Like, we haven't gotten destroyed or anything like that, so yeah, I still think pretty good games, but I don't know if I'll be able to reach the goal of 6,500, but maybe, guys, next video I'll hit 6,600 and get the new league. But yeah, my next video will be on Tuesday, so we'll have a couple of days to get it. I'm going to go in with minions here on top of Skeleton Barrel, and this is probably a Mega Knight bait deck. Yeah, so let's go with an Ewiz here, and then a Dark Prince on top of those skeletons. Wow, I didn't really expect him to have a princess, so that caught me off guard a little bit. It got him a lot of value. I'm gonna need a fisherman here, and I might need a battle ram. I was trying to block the oh wow. Oof. Unfortunately, guys, we didn't have enough elixir for the P.E.K.K.A. You saw I was kind of like spamming there. So we are going to get kind of punished there pretty hard since we didn't have the elixir for that. Wow, yeah, that was pretty bad for us because if we were able to P.E.K.K.A. on top of the Mega Knight there, as you guys know, P.E.K.K.A. is such a good counter to the Mega Knight, and we would have taken little to no damage because even though he had the bats behind the Mega Knight, P.E.K.K.A. is just so good against it, the bats wouldn't have killed the P.E.K.K.A. before the Mega Knight died. So we need to try to get something going here, but now it's double elixir, we'll probably be able to keep up with his cycle better, and we won't get in the situation again where we don't have enough elixir for a P.E.K.K.A. I'm gonna go in with a Dark Prince. And then let's Ewiz, and then I might poison here. Nah, we don't actually need a poison, we can just go ahead and zap everything. I'm gonna go in with a Fisherman, and then a P.E.K.K.A. And then we need to go in with minions to distract the Inferno Drag, so then that way our P.E.K.K.A. stays alive a little bit longer. Okay. Ewiz here to snipe the princess at the bridge. Yeah, sometimes I don't really know what to say, guys. Because we're just kind of like cycling back and forth sometimes. I'm gonna go in with a P.E.K.K.A. in the back, because I notice, like, when we're just cycling our support cards in the back and stuff, we're not really, like, getting anywhere, if that makes sense. Oof. I think, guys, we're going to lose, unfortunately. Yeah, Zap does finish off the game. Wow, guys. I really do want to end on a win at the very least. But yeah, guys, really, honestly, a lot of losses this video. Yeah, I still want to upload it, of course. But wow, 3 losses in a row. That's not good, of course. Yeah, guys, I don't really know what to say. Kind of a tough video. We got a lot of really off-meta decks, so I guess I don't really know how to play against them too well. I think that's the main problem, because I don't think these were really bad matchups, to be honest. They just were really, like, strange off-meta decks that I'm not really prepared to verse, if that makes sense. So, kind of caught me off guard a little bit. This game we definitely should have won as well. We kind of had, like, a nice lead. Wow, let's go for one more game. We gotta at least end on a win. We can't get 4 losses in a row. But yeah, guys, I still hope you enjoyed the video anyways. I can do another P.E.K.K.A video again too, because maybe if we're higher up on ladder, we'll get reverse decks that are a little bit more meta than we did in this one. Okay, and we're versing 3M right now, so let's go ahead and poison the 2 Musketeers. They're all going to stay inside of the poison because they're getting distracted by the EWIZ. And then let's have our P.E.K.K.A ready in case he decides to go something other lane. But since he isn't, I'm going to let the Musketeer lock on. And then I'm going to go in with a Battle Ram in front of the minions. Because we're up a little bit of Elixir since he decided to go in with 3M right off the bat in single Elixir. And he didn't even have a pump down or anything like that. So I'm honestly not too sure why he even decided to go in with 3M that early on in the game before he knew what we were using. Dark Prince is able to connect on top of his tower. So guys, we're in a really good spot right now. I honestly think, as I said, the 3M right off the bat were honestly what put him in this situation. So he decides to pump. I'm going to poison it. Kind of a late poison on top of it. But we weren't full on Elixir, so we didn't have to right away. But now we might have put ourselves in a bad situation going in with that poison there. Because now, obviously, he can go in with 3M, and we might not be able to, like, stop the 3M as well without having our poison in rotation. But I guess we can Fisherman the Battle Ram, and then go in with a Dark Prince. Oh, wow, the, oof. The, Battle Ram actually wasn't targeted by the Fisherman. The, 3M were. But luckily, guys, I don't think he can stop our, Battle Ram. It's going to connect to his tower, so let's go in with a Poison here on top of his, Minion Horde. And now all we need to do is play defense, because we can just cycle one more Poison on top of his tower and we win the game. So I'm going to P.E.K.K.A in the lane that we have less HP on, because that's the lane we're trying to defend the most. And even though we went in with 2 Musketeers in the other lane, I think if we play EWIZ, Dark Prince, and Fisherman, we should be able to stop it. Let's go with Minions here. Fisherman on top of the Musketeers. I know they don't do that good against it, but we just kind of need to hold them off, because otherwise we would lose the tower. P.E.K.K.A's actually going to get a lot of damage on the other lane, so all we need to do is cycle back to another Zap on the left tower, and then we end up winning the game. So let's go in with a Battle Ram here. 2, 1. His Battle Ram might connect, but I don't think there's any way he can take our tower. And that's going to be a good game, guys. I think we played that really well. 3M can be a little difficult, especially if you're not careful with your poisons. But I felt like we played that pretty well. We kind of had it under control from the start, because we had that really nice lead, because he decided to play 3M right off the bat in single Elixir before he knew what we were using. And I think that's what kind of hurt him, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, as I said, a lot of losses this video. We may have even had more losses than wins. Let me see. We had 1 win, 2, 3. So we had 4 wins and 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 and 4. I guess that's not awful. I mean, I'm sure you guys are used to that happening on ladder, where you win the same amount of games as you lose. So it's like you're back to where you started, basically. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video anyways. Learned a little bit about Yeah, this P.E.K.K.A Fisherman deck, which I really love in the meta right now. I think it's really strong. But yeah, guys, if you liked it, make sure to like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and also comment, guys, some decks you want to see in future videos. I use this one because a lot of you guys wanted to see P.E.K.K.A Fisherman, but let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm not sure what I haven't used in a while or what I haven't used yet. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. I could use Ice Bow. If you guys want to see Ice Bow, I haven't done a video on Ice Bow yet. So that's basically Ice Wizard, Mega Minion, NATO, Expo, Rocket. If you guys would be interested in seeing that, let me know. I haven't done that yet, so maybe you guys want to see that. But thanks again. Until next time, guys.